So the prior video might have been quieter than normal because I was trying to be quiet. But every single shoe we played on, I got a win. Got at least a +1. And you know why? Because I disallowed myself from going to the +2. The 2-unit bet. But we were winning a lot of these right at the beginning. Like right now. We're going to try this. Done. So there's a win. I'm not even going to check and see how far it would have went. I don't care. In a real setting, I'd have to sit there and watch the whole shoe. We don't have to right now. So I'm not going to waste anybody's time. I'm going to prove that we can get a unit every shoe. There's one right there that we just got. One. I'm saying that to remind myself. We've got one. I'm going to burn some hands. I just think about how stupid easy this could be to just win the first bet of the shoe and be done. So here we don't bet because it's a 2-1. Okay, it's chop, so that's 2-2 rather, so we can't bet that either. Now we have a color change. Let's see if it goes 2-2-2. It didn't. There's a chop possibility in play, and it might never go 3 conjoined. Can't do anything with the 2. So we're just waiting, right? Natural time. Player chopped it. Bank has not missed second bank. Player's gonna see. So it's 4-5 on the second. Let's continue this evaluation. Let's see if it goes another second, right? There's just so many. Did not. I almost did second bank there just because it didn't fail yet, but I'm glad I didn't. Just looked sketchy. It looked more choppy than not, right? So I didn't really trust. To me, a chop is as long as it don't go 3, right? That's what I mean. So both sides have missed a second one time. Trying to get, at least 3 direct chops before I trust it for a chop. Like I said, I'm only trying to win once. I'm trying to isolate the one thing I want to fight for here. We got a 1-2-1. Doesn't qualify yet. Not to me. There's a second again. Coming down in pairs. Okay. I want to kind of microanalyze every outcome. I mean, some of it's pattern recognition, but some of it's the system that I play too. Let's see if we stop at 2 again, right? I can't bet against it. Tied. It almost stopped. Oh. Came down. So we have 3 in the second. Man, 7 out of 9 on the second. Damn. I mean, you could go into a shoe like that and just bet till you get a +1 on the second. You'd easily have that right now, right? But if you try to do that every shoe, you're going to get the open that has 5 or 6 direct chops. That's the nemesis for that. Right? Something that never come down. And you have to think about the game. No matter how you're going to play this, there's always going to be one variable that will undo what you're playing for. There's a yin to every yang. So here we go. We have 7 seconds and only 2 that didn't. We're going to put our first effort out here on the second bank, and if that wins, we're done. Done. We're done. Not going to bet again. We're going to keep that unit, so we're at 2 in 2 shoes. But I'm going to fire through these just to show you what would have happened So we had a natural tie. It's probably going to be a player. It is. So now we'd have to bet second player here, right? And I wouldn't shame anyone for trying, because this is a great shoe right now in that sense. Look at, you would have got another natural. So you would have had 2 units. And then it finally came down 3 of something. So let's just see here. 4. Brad special time, right? So we're at 5. See if Brad wins with his natural 9 here. I'm big. No, Brad lost, so then we'd have to jump back on the player. So you see, it would have been frustrating. You know. If I decided to bet against the 5 and it went 6, then I jump on it after 6 and that lost 2, I would have gave 2 units back right there, correct? Instead, I still have the 1. Because we're only trying to get 1 a shoe. Super simplifying this, bro. You just think about what that equates to, getting the W. Like I said, the whole time I've been saying we only need 3 a day. I just got 2 in the first 2 shoes. Not even hard. I made 1 bet on each shoe. And I sifted out until I liked it, you know. But I didn't let the win enable me. I just said, fuck it, I'm gonna wait. Now that'll be hard to do when you go in a live setting and you win and you don't want to just sit around. Everyone wants to keep making more. You could also put yourself back a few G, right? Because you're constantly chasing the last 10 hands. What if you just tried to get the 1 win? Oh, fire. Traffic light pattern again, tying the first 3 hands. I just see that so much, the tie in the first 3 hands. But it's not something I really want to endorse. I just love seeing it because it happens so much. I've lost my train of thought. But you could get the 1, and go home happy. Tell you what, those are all orange chips, and you won the 3 units, and you went home. You're definitely going to be happy. So we had a 3 direct chop there, right? We did. So this is the first bet for the bank, for the chop now. We had 3 direct chops. Then I burned a hand to see what would happen. Had I bet the bank straight up, I would have lost. And that would have caused me to bet 1 more time to hope it didn't go 3. By burning that hand, I've protected myself. If it chopped, it would have just made it more strong. But if it came down, I wouldn't have got hurt. And I didn't, because I didn't bet. Now I'm going to bet. And I'm going to win. So, that's 3 shoes in a row. Forget that it's not $100. I don't care about the commission, bro. I don't. I just made 3 units. And even if all 3 of those were on bank, I'm only missing $15. Yeah. Float this out there if you want it back, okay? But we talked about that too. You could siphon those off for no reason. So we're at 3. We're at 3? I mean, fuck. The more those are worth, you could go and I mean, we've been doing this for 8 minutes and most of it's me talking. It's probably less time than that. Think about this for a second. You tell your wife or your girl, whoever, you just got there, you're gonna start playing, I'll let you know when I'm done. And you text her back 7 minutes later, guess what, I got my 3 units, I'm out of here. What do you want to do today? I'm fucking loaded. It could be that easy. It's not hyperbole. You saw the last shoe, the last video that I did. I did 10 shoes in a row, and we were able to get a unit on the first thing that I decided to bet on. But even as while I'm doing this, watch the scoreboard. Ask yourself, where would you have started your first bet? And even if your first bet wasn't where I would have did it, maybe you were right and I was wrong. You know, this is free data right now. I used to go to the casino and I would write out entire shoes that I wasn't a part of. Like, I would show up there late and I would just write the whole thing out just to have the data. so I could cross-reference it later with other ways I wanted to play. You know, like I have all these samples. I didn't have to do all this. I had it all written down already. And a lot of that is how I've been able to develop different strong ways that I like to play. I've had some help along the way. And putting it all together is helping me. So we have a run of 3 here. The only time I'm going to bet to run on a run of 3 is if it's at the very beginning of the shoe. That's the only time. That didn't happen. I can't even use my car to go work. She's telling me about bills. Okay. Fuck. You make those 3 units, and you got your bills paid for the whole year, probably, if it's a significant unit. You don't get stupid texts like that anymore. Okay. So anyway, we're not betting that. We're not betting this either. We're going to hope it goes banker here, though. It did not, so we got a choice. We could say that it's not going to go 3-player. But how many times do I do this? And it goes 3 bank, and then it goes 3-player or more. I'm like, well, fuck. You know? I think if you're going to bet that it won't go 3-player for the shoe, that's something that I would like to do for the entire shoe. And if I'm not willing to play the entire shoe, I'm just not. I'm not going to get involved in that. Not yet. Let's qualify it first. And look at that, it went 3. So I made a good choice. I made a good choice that time. Alright, so now let's see about second bank. Nope. Okay, we're going to play the dominancy now. Which is effectively tied. There's not really dominancy. Prior to that, player was a mirror image. Right? This doesn't have to work. It doesn't. It's almost not even strong enough. Fuck. I don't know if I want to do this, but I'm going to. And then that'll be the 4th win of the day on the first try. I got it. I got the 9. Needed it. So, there you go. 4 shoes in a row I won on the first try. Just being patient. We're 12 minutes. I'm going to end this here. But I think there's some power to saying this. That's now 12 to 14 shoes in a row between this video and the last one where I was able to get a unit on the shoe. A lot of them were on the first try. So if that's the case, fuck it if you lose the first try. How many shoes are you going to win on the first try, right? Playing smart. However you want to play. You walk up to the table, you're going to win, you're going to lose, right? Focus on the one, and then don't worry about the chase. Because you could be upside down in a hurry if you do. I don't want to be upside down on anything. Baccarat. Car. Right? So we got 3 direct. For a chop, that's meaningful. For a streak, I don't care. But a chop, that's meaningful. So, I'm going to burn one hand and I'm going to bet against it. No, it's still a chop. Could have won, right? But nobody know. Nobody know now either. Natural, I win. 5 shoes in a row, I won. And it is 5 direct. And yes, normally Nostra would keep betting on this run of chops. But I'm not going to, but I'll show you what would have happened. We're going to keep that unit. And we would have won. See why I like going after 5? This might be a unicorn. Nope. One more check. Hey! So that's it. See? It wouldn't have mattered. Think about this. We had the first 3. Then I burned a hand. It was player. Then I bet for the bank and I won. Even if I would have won the next one on the player, if I would have stayed in it and played it for 2 hands, I would have lost and I would have lost. And I would have gave both those 2 wins back. I'd be back to 0 again. You understand? So, now we ain't down shit. You're going to fix it? Okay, let's see. Got a tie? I mean, we could fix this, don't get me wrong. But I don't really want to keep trying to show what could have been. So we'll bet the dominance here in our heads. We'll say this would have been player. This would have got us the W back. We would have tied on 7. Of course we tied. And we lose. No, we win by some miracle. We get a 9 and 0 out the bank. So we would have got the win back. Furthermore, this might just never come down on bank. But I'm not going to play the whole shoe to find out. We don't got time for that. Is that 5 or 6 wins in a row? We'll call it 5. It's no less than 5. It might be 6. I don't even remember. We're winning so much I can't even fucking remember. Ain't that a good problem to have? So bored of winning, I don't even know how many I won. I'm telling you start putting those in your left pocket, you got to keep counting them. You don't even remember how many you had in there. You're just so focused on keeping your buy-in money at even. I like to keep them like 10 units across or 8 units across, 2 rows of 4 or whatever, just so I have them looking uniform. And then whatever's left over goes right in my pocket. Even if it's, like, if you're paying the commission, I'm still putting the black chip in my pocket. I want to know that I won the unit. I don't care about the differential. I'll make that up at the end if it hurts my whole heart about it. But right now, I'm just calling it a... Is it 5 or 6? That was 6, right? Oh, fuck. I'm going to have to rewatch the whole video. Damn it. So I got to write it down. I'm laying on the bed right now. Alright. Point is, we have yet to have a losing shoe. That's what we know. So, this is the only time I'm betting on a run now, is at the very beginning of a shoe. It still don't have to work. It doesn't. It did, though. So there's 7. It's at least 6, maybe 7. I can't remember. I'm not going to bet this, but let's see what would have happened, just for semantics' sake. And would have immediately lost. Hence the 3-4. So, fuck that. I don't want to know what else is happening. Go to another shoot. We would have already used up all the mini box tables. I'd have to go to the VIP right now, but we're betting 1,000 a hand, so who cares? I'm just saying. Like, we could be. If we had the capital. So, we continue. Okay. We got 2. And we got 3. So we're going to try that same thing again. Probably not going to work back to back on this effort, but we're going to try it again on this shoe. Exactly like last shoe. And we won with another 9. It's 30-1 actually. What the fuck? Okay. So we're at no less than 7 and probably 8. Do you see what I'm saying now? Between this video and the last video, we have no less than 16 straight units on the first try or soon after. And I think there was one shoe last video where I had to try a little harder. Got to like hand 60 or something like that. But most of the time, we're not going to have to do the gymnastics, man. If it starts out right, it falls right more than it doesn't, we're not going to worry about the ones that don't work. Hey, you know what else? What if it does fall where, we can't get out of a 5-unit loss by the end of the shoot? We just made 5, 6, 7, 8 real quick. Right? And if we only get 250 a day, 1 unit at a time, we're still going to have 15 grand in 2 months. So, momentum is everything. Confident momentum that you're going to go in every day and extract it and get out. You don't even have to go for this many like I've already done here. Getting half this many would be fantastic. Having 4 a day, 250 a piece, you'd have 1,000 a day, you'd have 30G in a month. You'd have 100 grand in just over 3 months, guys. But you'd have to have the capital to support that. You can't even think about doing that, I would say, unless you have 40 grand. So, just, add a 0. You can't be silly. You can't just keep slinging it out there because you haven't either. You got to treat everyone like it's the last. I'll say potentially could. So we have 3 direct chops. Whatever this is, we're betting against it. Second player, I'm going to bet bank. I win. How many times do you want to see me win? That's no less than 8 and probably 9. Because I lost track of winning. And we go to another shoe. Oh, you used all the shoes up? Let her cash it out and tell them to give you all 20s. Look a lot cooler if you did. So we're going to do this. Oh, wait. Let's see. Huh? You think? It is. A lot of runs at the beginning, huh? It's not normal. You wouldn't see this many runs at 3 right at the start, let alone 4 like we're getting. I think this is where they're going to push back at me here. A lot of those we got were on banker too, not player. But we'll see. I got it. 9 shoes in a row. Maybe 10. Maybe 10. I don't remember. I keep saying it out loud so I don't forget now. Let's see how far it went. Okay. I'll show you. Tie. 1-5 for Brad's special time. Brad got him. Right? 5 in a go. So Brad got him that time, huh? Alright. I'm going to go to a new shoe. See how crazy fucking easy this is like this? You're not worrying about the fact you knew you were up and you gave it back, no matter how it go. Like when I play these couple extra hands, you'll probably say, oh, I would have stayed on that run. I want to jump off a run. Well, guess what? How many of these runs stop cold, guy? How many? So we're at 9 no less than 10, maybe 10 no less than 11. I keep getting lost in my own chatter here. I want to make this 10 for sure right here. And it might be 11. I don't remember. Fuck. I really don't want to go backwards. It's such a great video. Such a consecutive. Oh, we got my favorite again. Gotta burn for the chop. Okay, it's direct chop. Here we go. No commission win. Got it. Yes. And it's a 5 direct chop now. So I'm not gonna bet it. But you know, this is. If I was gonna stay on it, this is where I'd stay on it after 5. Let's see if it would have cost us 2 units here. We would have lost, right? Yeah. Would have lost again. No, we got it back. And then we'd be in. No, we lost. Yeah. So it's a good thing we didn't play it, right? Just get the 1. Because this is what would have happened. We would have won on the first player. And then if we were staying on it because it was a 5 direct chop, we would have lost the next 2. Now, if I wanted to just flat bet for the chop, I would still do that. I'll tell you what else. Maybe, if you're just going to bet every single one once it goes 5, if it does lose 1, maybe don't worry about the second effort hand. Burn a hand and see if it is going to go down, because you don't want to. Worst case, you'd be broken even. You know what I'm saying? This way, you'd be down 1. And, you know, if it comes down, then you just keep burning hands and see what happened. You know, I'll look 4. I'll look 5. Never mind. Stopped at the 4. Does it go 3 bank? It goes 2. It did not go 3. So it might be a player shoe. But I'm not going to play that whole thing. So we got the 10 units. It might be 11. I don't know. I'm going to stop that video. Think about it now. Think about what we're really trying to do here. Win every fucking day. I just showed you 10 shoes in a row. Some chop, some streak. That's all the game is. Whether it's at the beginning or the middle of the shoe, you could jump in and play it the same way. But I don't want to play that run unless it's the first 3 of the shoe. And it's not always going to work. I'm surprised a lot of those didn't chop on us. But there you go. You know. Makes it so much easier when we're just trying to get one.